Hey guys, welcome to a new lesson. In this lesson, we will generating a path for our car. So, let's get started. First, we need to create an empty game object and rename it to path. Let's remove the center object for now. Actually, we don't need to remove it. We can just re-edit later. So, grab the center model again and place it as a child of the path game object. Now, we need to adjust the Y position of the path. Select the path and set the Y position to -1. That looks good. Next, go back to the path folder and choose the mid model. Drag it into the scene and set its position. You can use the shortcut key F to snap it to the nearest object. It's better to rename it. I'm calling this left mid. We need an object on the right side as well. Simply duplicate the left mid object using the shortcut key Ctrl+T and rename it right mid and place it on the right side. Now we need the last right model. Drag it into the scene and adjust its position using F. Rename it. Similarly, we need the last left model. Drag it into the scene, adjust its position and rename it last left. Next, we need a barrier on both sides. Drag the barrier model into the scene and adjust their positions. This looks good. Now, select the path game object, right click, choose 3D object and then cube. Move the cube to the desired position. Now we need to set the scale. X is 50, Z is 10 and reduce the Y scale to 0.1. When you zoom out a bit, you might notice a visual difference. This isn't a glitch. It happens because a cube has a default material, while our other models use custom shaders. Let's create a material for our cube. Open the shader folder, select the curve world shader, right click, create a new material and rename it Greenland. Now move it into the materials folder. This material will use a custom curve world shader. Choose a green color for the material and attach this material to the cube. Now it looks good. Let's create a land areas for left and right sides. Rename it left land. Duplicate it again, move it to the right side and rename it right land. As you can see, all left and right lands are empty. We need to add some trees and rocks here. So, create an empty game object and rename it left tree and rock. Duplicate this game object and rename it right tree and rock. For the left side, create 3 more empty game objects and rename them 1, 2 and 3. Do the same thing for right side as well. Under the models folder, you can find different types of tree and rocks. We need a combination of both. So open the tree and rock folder. Here you will see various prefabs. Randomly choose any prefab and drag it into this and set its position. Repeat this for 2 and 3 as well. Do the same thing for right side. You can delete the empty game objects and duplicate this one on the left and dragging them into the right. Now reset the names and positions. Removing the minus sign from the X position. That's it for the path. Now we have a complete path for our car to navigate. Finally, let's create a new folder called prefab and drag the path folder into this new prefab folder to keep everything organized. Now, let's duplicate the path and move it to see how it looks when we're generating the path in game. Don't worry, we will handle the path generation by code later on. This is just to showcase you how a path will look. Have you noticed this curve? That's what we need for this game. Pretty cool, right? Now let's delete all the duplicate paths except the first one. Next, we need to add colliders to our path components. Open the path prefab, select center, left mid, last left, last right, and both barriers. Add a box slider to each of these models. Make sure the colliders are set properly for each models. For the barriers, increase the height of the box collider to act as an invisible wall in our game. Save the path properties and go back to the scene. You can create varieties in the path to keep the game interesting. Duplicate the existing path prefab, unpack the prefab. Now delete the tree and rock prefab. Add some random tree and rock prefabs here one by one. Once you are happy with the new arrangement, make it a prefab by dragging it back into the prefabs folder. Now we have two varieties of the path. You can create as many different paths as you like for more variety in your game. For now, we can delete the additional paths from the scene. In the next video, we will start coding to generate the path dynamically. See you there in the next video.